Hey guys, welcome back to RAC, where we talk all things audio production and sound. Today, we are doing a demo on audio repair. Let's see what we can do about this audio. Improved. We will walk through the process of enhancing the quality of the audio using various techniques and plugins. Hi, I'm Dariana Everett. I'm a singer, songwriter, producer, and RAC grad. All right, my glasses are on. It means it's a demo video. Let's go! Editing Dariana here. I accidentally super bumped the gain knob of this microphone during the filming of my video and only realized it at the very end of the filming of my video. Oh, shite. Guys, I may have been yelling into the microphone. I just realized I bumped my microphone. It's a bit hot. I'm so sorry. I don't think I'm going to be re-recording this. Here I am doing a video on audio repair and I bumped into it. Anyway, hopefully it's not too bad. It might be total crap, and I'm sorry if that is the case. Farts. I bumped it. Yeah, it's super overblown. I did what I could to salvage it. The cosmic joke of this being a video on audio restoration is not lost on me, so please excuse the overblown audio. I did what I could to save it. The show continues. So for the ease of this demo, I have set up our session already in Pro Tools. We have camera audio, Lav, and SM7B. I have the processing already done, but I'll show you what I did, the befores and afters. This is what we're doing. Okay, so first off, let's analyze the audio of the camera audio. Let's see what we can do about this audio. First step is to analyze. That's what we're doing. So we are noticing high noise floor. We are noticing the voice is very thin, kind of focused on like mids, high mids, and then we're getting a little bit of rumble in the low end if you're hearing in good headphones. Talking about headphones, make sure you have YouTube audio stabilization off. It's a setting in your YouTube video. Change it. Otherwise, it won't matter what you're listening to. Let's move on to the Lav. The Lav I did have a bit close and it was a bit hot. You're going to hear it sounds overblown. Let's see what we can do about this audio. First step is to analyze. So we are getting movement noise. So that's what happens. We're getting a bit of rustle on there. We're getting it sounding a little bit more muddy and covered. We are losing some high-end definition as well as... Let's see what we can do about this audio. We're also still getting a decent noise floor. Not as bad as the camera audio, but still decent. All right, let's move on to the SM7B. Let's see what we can do about this audio. First step is to analyze. So this, we are getting the moist, the mouth noise. I just finished eating some samosas and they're a bit spicy and that tends to make your mouth water a tiny bit more. So you're getting more mouth noise on it. We're still getting some noise floor, but overall the tone of the audio, see what we can do about this audio. It's more balanced, it's more clear. I'm still gonna wanna boost the high end. I find this microphone a tiny bit dark. That's okay. We're gonna do it all. All right, so let's first focus on the camera audio. Step 1 is analyze. Step 2 is gain and level. See, I say it right here. Second step is level and gain control. Level and gain control. So what I'm doing for that is I'm using Vocal Writer. It's a plugin by Waves. So we're just riding the vocal a bit. I have its settings set to fast, as well as it's fully on vocal, not on music. So let's take a listen without it. Let's see what we can do about this audio. Especially on the second bit. First step is to analyze here. Second step is level and gain control. All right, so let's look at that second step. Second step is level and gain control. Okay, you saw it was pulling down a little bit on there, allowing us to get a little bit of control on those peaks. Why I'm doing this beforehand is because I want my processing to have the most ability to work properly. So if I'm having huge dynamic range, my processing will maybe go a bit haywire. So you want to make it easier for the next step. For me, that has to do with levels. A lot of people will be like, okay, well, we do that first with EQ. Because I'm doing audio repair, I'm really focusing on trying to make it easy for the Izotope RX. I find that this works better in this process. You do you, but you can do like me. All right, so next up, we have spectral denoise. So what I did is I analyzed this noise floor here, learn, played it, and then I applied it. And it makes a big difference. So let's take a listen without it. Let's listen to the noise floor here. Right? And now let's listen with this. Big difference. Hear that? And I'm not even reducing it that much because I'm going to be applying a secondary noise reduction. All right, so let's take a listen.
Let's see what we can do about this audio.
Pretty decent. Okay, so next we're doing dialogue isolate. This one is great. Again, I'm not doing that. I'm only pulling down a little bit the noise and the reverb. And the de-reverb is actually very helpful. So let's listen to it without it.
Let's see what we can do about this audio. Let's see what we can do about this audio.
So we're starting to introduce a few artifacts. It's camera audio. What we're working with, the quality of audio, it's going to show some artifacts. However, we can kind of mask it a little bit. So next up, we have vocal denoise, which is what is going to help mask those artifacts a little bit.
Let's see what we can do about this audio.
Right? Not bad. We are going to put the RX mouth to click. As I said, I ate some samosas, spicy food. All right, so before, let's see how many clicks you're doing.
Let's see what we can do about this audio. First step is to analyze.
We're getting some clicks. It's not, I have it on light sensitivity and light clicks because I don't want it to be creating too many artifacts. All right, so next up, I will be going into EQ. EQ, normally I would do this in multiple EQs. I would do a reductive EQ and an additive. However, I was running out of space, so I have it like this. And you see, I'm pulling off the rumble. I'm not doing a fast, I think it's like what, the -6, -12. I'm trying not to do too fast of a curve because that'll also create artifacts. I don't want that happening in the low end. I'm doing a little pull around 160, 165, 180. Often there you'll find a problem. Do as you wish, but for this, I'm definitely pulling it out. I'm doing a pull out around, what was that, like 750, just because I found it a bit masky. And then I'm doing a little boost on the 3.8. What is that? 3.1. Okay, 3.1, and then opening the high end. So you hear without it.
First step is to analyze.
Now we're going to open it.
First step is to analyze.
Right? So I'm even boosting it a little bit too much because I'm pulling it back with my sibilance. So I'm using this almost as part of my EQ. It's like an adaptive EQ where I'd pull it down, but I'm using it on the sibilance. Now let's listen to the de-esser.
First step is to analyze.
See, now it's tamed. All right, and then I'm going in with a secondary EQ. We are going with Pultec, the mid-range. I am boosting 300 just a little bit. I'm pulling 1.5K. I found it a bit harsh, and I'm boosting again 400 for intelligibility. Let's take a listen.
First step is to analyze. Second step is level.
All right, and then I have compression. LA2A, and this will be kind of what I would add as finessing enhancement because it is also adding a bunch of fun clarity and volume gain and harmonics. So let's take a listen without it.
First step is to analyze. First step is to analyze.
So we're getting a little bit in that low again, but I don't mind because that's going to come across relatively well on this. After that, we would be adding in any sort of finessing and then a final master chain on the master. But yeah, so before and after, I think that's a huge difference. So we'll listen to it now.
Let's see what we can do about this audio. First step is to analyze.
And then before, because that is wild.
Let's see what we can do about this audio. First step is to analyze.
You know what I mean? Let's move on to the Lavalier.
Let's see what we can do about this audio.
Super cute. All right, same thing. We're going vocal rider. I have it same fast and on vocal.
Let's see what we can do about this audio.
So you'll see I have any sort of peaks that's pulling it down. It's boosting my valleys. Next, we are up with spectral denoise.
Let's see what we can do about this audio. First step.
Not bad. Okay, now let's do the dialogue isolate.
Let's see what we can do about this audio. First step is to analyze.
Not bad. We're also going to do the vocal denoise. See if we can get those artifacts gone.
Let's see what we can do about this audio. First step is to analyze.
Not bad. Much better. Okay, now it's mouth to click because we got a lot of mouth clicks.
Let's see what we can do about this audio. First step is to analyze. Second step is to level and gain control.
Not bad, not bad. So that's for the vocal repair. Next up, we have the EQ. So this EQ, I'm pulling out the low mids, even into the mids, and boosting the highs with a pull down at around here for sibilance, as well as I was getting a little bit of a weird ring. I'm pulling down at 1605 because I had this weird resonance happening, so I got rid of that. Let's listen to it without it.
Second step is to level and gain control. Second step is to level and gain control.
So we're going thinner, but it's because I'm also going to be pulling it out with sibilance. So I found sibilance not actually as effective as I needed it to be, but it did help. So let's take a listen with it.
Second step is to level and gain control.
Considering where it was, that's not too bad. We will then add the mid-range equalizer. I am boosting 1,000, not that much, just like a little bit over a dB. 500 I am pulling out, and then 5,000 I'm doing quite a big substantial boost. So let's take a listen again.
Second step is to level and gain control.
Okay, now we're going to add soothe. This is going to help pull that out. I have cleaned up a bit of vocal harshness and I did some adjustment. So
second step is to level and gain control. Second step is to level and gain control.
You hear that high end? How it's going? That's pretty much gone. Again, make sure your stabilization's off. Use headphones so you can hear the difference. So compression is the next step, and I'm adding this dude. And again, this is compression. This is any sort of additive enhancements I want to do. This adds some harmonics. Let's take a listen.
Second step is to level and gain control.
So as I'm hearing this, I'm noticing I'm out of space. What I would do is then print that up, and then I would add another EQ on top of that, because you're hearing.
First step is to analyze.
That high-end harshness, I'd probably add a secondary soothe, pull out the very problem frequency of that. I would do that. Let's listen to it with.
Let's see what we can do about this audio.
All right, and then let's listen to it without it.
Let's see what we can do about this audio.
I mean, improved. Still more room for improvement, but like first pass, not bad. All right, now let's move on to the SM7B.
Let's see what we can do about this audio.
All right, now let's do the vocal writing. Same thing, fast and on vocals.
Let's see what we can do about this audio.
Not bad. Okay, let's do the digital isolation. Or dialogue isolation. So we're really kind of pulling down that reverb and the noise. I'm maybe going to pull up the reverb a little bit.
Let's see what we can do about this audio.
Pretty good. Okay, now we're getting a few artifacts, so I am going to do the voice denoise.
Let's see what we can do about this audio.
Simple, nothing big. All right, so next up we are going to do mouth to click because we have a million mouth clickies.
Let's see what we can do about this audio.
Right? Not bad. Okay, now let's go here.
Second step is level and gain control.
All right. So EQ. We're working with a roll off of the low end. We are doing a slight cleanup at 190. I felt that there was just a frequency that was bugging me. We're doing a little bump at around 4K for intelligibility. And then the high end, I'm boosting quite a bit. That's 7 dB just because I'm opening it up. Let's take a listen.
Second step is level and gain control.
All right, so we're getting those S's, right? We're going to go to sibilance.
Second step is level and gain control.
Personally, I'd go in and manually clean that up since it's a small section of audio, but since we're on this, we're just doing that. All right, next up we have the mid-range equalizer. We are boosting 700, pulling 2K, 2 dB. That's quite a bit actually for this. And then 5K we're also boosting. So
Second step is level and gain control.
but it just sounds a bit rounder, cleaner, nicer. All right, and then we are boosting this dude with the LA2A gray.
Second step.
Right? Not too bad. All right, so then we see that the steps are first, analyze your audio. Then after your analysis, you will want to do any sort of gain or level control that you need. If your dynamics are too hot, changing too much, you'll want to tame those. Then after that, you'll do the audio repairs, any sort of denoise, spectral denoise, mouth declick, anything like that where you're getting introduction of artifacts. You're going to want to do that earlier on. And again, I like to set it up so that my processing can be most effective. So sometimes I will do things in certain orders depending on the audio itself and what the needs are. After that, we will do EQ. And with EQ, I will try to play with it in a certain way, meaning I might do an EQ, boost the highs a little bit much so that I know in my de-ester, I'm taming those highs properly. Could be the other way around. I might pull them out in my EQ so that my de-ester doesn't have to work. It just depends on the type of audio and the quality of the audio and how my plugins work. Next up, you'll have compression. With compression, you're going to build any sort of tone, add some cohesion to your dynamics, as well as you'll have an introduction of some yummy harmonics, hopefully. After that, you would do any sort of enhancements you'd want to add, maybe any sort of saturators, maybe you'll want to add some de-essing further to really just tame everything. After that, you would want to finalize it with some sort of mastering level so you're getting the right output, which if it's a video or podcast, you're looking at -16 LUFS, right? Is that good? I hope that was clear and it was helpful to kind of go through the fact that we can repair audio from like a camera audio to something relatively decent is a handy tool to have, skill set to have. Obviously, you want the best audio capture possible. Better to fix things beforehand than in post, but we need to be wizards somehow, so that's how you wizard. All right, so that's it for this video. I hoped it helped with understanding a few different techniques you can use to enhance your audio. Sometimes we just get caught with bad audio. It sometimes happens. Maybe an extra microphone craps out. Maybe there's noise. Maybe there's rustle. There's a lot of different things. And luckily, nowadays, there are a lot of tools. If you have any questions or video suggestions, please write that down below in the comments. If you like this video, please feel free to like, share, and subscribe. We come out with new content every week, and I will be seeing you in the next one. Bye.